This episode of Speakers of Eidolon is made possible by our generous patrons. Special thanks to our Supreme and Master Speakers, Circa Barrakiel, Remy Azalea, Saray Cypher, Omega Cat Comet, Erisu Yamakawa, Arcadia Lunashine, Dramavian, Nina Grimsdaughter, Casey Schaefer, Dimos, Lily Black, Hans Grenade, Sapa Chakwatol, Faris Gentoru, Cletus Oreo, Quick Levin, Luke Leonatrell, Stella Bell, Ceres, Icy Lee, Lyria Rain, Pamela Isley, Umbral Wind, Naive Arano, Celeste Rasgris, Elenriel Maximus, Edwin, Bob CC, Fabson Voidworm, Raimi Maverick, Codred No, Mira Miri, Winebow Brood, Bay Barbalay, Kaiser Regina, Uzora Akari, AJ Brainswordson, Suno Shikano, Yowie Wowie, Cheshire Saltiri, Gideon Ura, Buster Gearhold, and Nat Clay. Support the show and become a patron today at patreon.com/SpeakersXIV. Thank you.
This is Speakers of Eidolon.
Good evening, Aorcians. Welcome to Speakers of Eidolon, episode 223. I am Lukeal. I'm Lukeal Bravestone, and I'm joined today by Georgi Whiston and Rollo Dez. Woo!
Whoa.
It is an exciting week because we have had a live letter. Should we just address it now before that Rollo cut his hair? Rollo cut his hair.
My niece put gum in my hair while I was sleeping, and it was before work, and so I had to shave off 8 months worth of hair growth.
There you go.
Sadly. So I'm very sad right now and sensitive. So please give me emotional support.
I think you look nice, Rollo. All right.
I will say, with that blanket around you, I actually agree with chat. It is a little bit reminiscent of Barrett. In terms of like the fur trimming on his vest.
Yeah.
It's my Garrett cosplay.
Yeah.
My Garrett.
Garrett, as he's also known as. Yeah.
I saw Goku in the chat.
All right. Well, it is episode 223. The reason why I got stuck on my name is because I just realized that's a lot of episodes. 223 episodes. Jesus, when we get to 365, I'm not suggesting anyone should do this, but someone can watch one episode of Speakers of Eidolon every day for a year. They can start on January 1st and then just watch every day, and they'll have an episode for each day.
I would want to time it with, like, so that by the time 365 is out, that comes out on the day that you just finished 364 the day before.
Yeah. That way you prevent what Eric said, because otherwise you'd have a bit of a backlog when you're done with 365. You'll have a lot. It is November 28th, 2020, an important date because just a day ago on Friday, we had live letter 61. And it had a lot of information for us. We're going to look at the trailer together, and we'll be analyzing it. And then we'll go through all the stuff that we learned in this live letter. Yoshi-P has done some interviews, one interview that has now been translated, and we'll talk about that as well. We'll actually start with that, right? That's because it's part of recent events. I just now realized that it's a little strange because it's talking about things that we're going to discuss in the live letter part, but that's just how it is. It is most likely going to be an extended episode. I have not titled this an XL episode on Twitch, but it is a slight chance this is going to slip into like an XL episode. There's a lot of stuff to talk about today. So I'm not gonna promote the post show. We will have to read questions from the syndicate, but it might just be baked into the last part of the XL episode if that's what it becomes. All right. Channel updates for patrons. Movie night is on December 3rd. Please send in your suggestions. It's in the Patreon chat. I don't know if I've pinned it. I can pin it later. So make sure you send in. I'll publish the poll even on Monday.
Monday?
Yes.
Everyone vote for Megamind, please.
It will not be an option.
No.
Vote for Megamind. Come on.
All right. There's some projects coming up. SoH is out, so everyone should know that by now. But SoH is out. I want to mention. I didn't think this through when I made the video, but I included the speaker's email in that video. I get a lot of email on that normally. Didn't think about what would happen if I put that front and center in a video. To be fair, it's actually pretty nice. Some people are just sending in like, thank you for making the series stuff. That's really nice.
Oh.
Thank you.
Okay.
I don't need you to send me fan fiction on that email account.
Oh.
In the last week, I have received like 5 fanfics.
About you?
About Lukiel, about Roderick, about Dark Lukiel. Some people are upset that Dark Lukiel does not show up in SoH. So I think they got out their frustration by making fanfics. Shout out to you. You know which one I'm talking about. The one. Anyways, I'm not
very intrigued.
I'm not gonna read any of that, but it's yeah. But thank you for the kind words and the emails as well. That's nice. Also, the people that are trying to provide information about that SoH dungeon. So far, no one can confirm that this has been used. So it looks like we are looking at unused content that they're like alluding to. Maybe post 50 minor quest. So that's interesting. Right, there's more coming up. Core, I know no one cares about Core, but I have to finish the 3 city-states. So Gridania is coming up next. I think what I'll do is I'll make Core, like I've said before, like I'll make it Patreon exclusive. I feel like those patrons are probably the ones that enjoy Core the most. Those are the people I'm making it for, or to begin with. So I'll keep it Patreon exclusive until I've finished all parts of the Gridania storyline, and then I'll release it one by one to the public afterwards. There is a new Remnants of a Realm episode coming up. Should I say what it's about, or should I just save that until it's actually ready to come out?
I mean, it's a while away. I don't know if it's necessary to tease it right
there's
now.
a new Roar episode coming out. And, of course, Fallen Rise episode... I say 11 here. I think it's episode 12. Or is it 11? Shit. I've lost count. I think it might be 11, which is about the end of A Realm Reborn. Those 3 projects are now in the works. Now, so look forward to that. That's coming. I'll probably post more information about all of that for patrons soon. Also, want to mention that the Roar archives will be updated in December. December is a very busy month for me because that's when I have my time off from speakers. That's when I work the most. So I'll.
Why do you do this to yourself?
I'll try to finish the Roar archives and fix them, and I'll start working on the SoH map stuff as well. Now, we kind of teased a new project coming up. Was it last episode or was it the episode before?
Last episode.
Yeah. There's also the speaker's anniversary next week, and this sort of ties in with that. There is a new show coming out for this channel. I wrote that we weren't going to say the name.
I did wonder why you said that.
You can just say it. I mean, what's it?
So, some of you have already guessed it. The meme is real. Ceruleum reactor is happening. Well, I said it. There it is. It's out. It's don't lose your minds because it's we're talking about a pilot episode here. Well, we haven't really discussed how we haven't fully fleshed out how we're gonna release it, but it's going to be, I think patrons will get it first, obviously, but it'll be soon. We'll release it soon. It is a different kind of show because it is going to be pre-recorded, like a proper podcast. Yeah, it's essentially this. It's like the post show, but that's the show. That's the show.
Talk about anything. Talk about Donkey Konga.
Yeah.
Greatest game ever.
Why would we talk about that?
It's going to be a lot of that. It's going to be a lot of that. Please look forward to that. It will not affect Speakers of Eidolon. It is additional content, and it'll probably be monthly for now. But hey, more of us.
Yeah. You know how much you love each one of us equally.
Yeah. And remember Mela? Does anyone remember Mela? Mela Vanadar might be in it as well. That's all I have to say. Right. Look forward to more on that on the anniversary episode. That will be on the 5th. The anniversary is on the 6th, but our episode is on the 5th. All right. That's that's all the announcements. Let's talk about what we've done in 14 this week. Rollo, I think.
It's my turn.
Yeah.
All right. Well, still doing Monk. I got that to 70.
Nice.
Brotherhood kind of sucks.
Yeah. Does.
I don't understand why they would make a... I know this wasn't a fucking, Shadowbringer skill. It was a Heavensward, or it was a
Stormblood?
Stormblood.
Yeah.
That was right. Don't know why they would make a DPS, not a selfish DPS, but a DPS with good numbers depend on procs from other jobs, like dancer or something. That feels weird. It feels so weird.
Yeah.
I feel like Brotherhood should have been the thing they kind of changed up, and less the Grease Lightning. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, we don't really know what's happening to Brotherhood with the rework.
That's true. Yeah. They haven't really showed us that. They only showed us a fraction, actually, during the live letter of what they've changed. Yeah. So,
I hope that changes. I don't particularly like how Brotherhood works, but whatever. I've also finally decided that I'm going to level up Blue Mage on my main now.
Yay!
I'm just gonna do it. Maybe after the stream, I'm just gonna get in there, or on Monday or something, because I want to be able to do Blue Mage stuff on my main too. But it fucking sucks having to do it all over again.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it. And aside from that, I've maxed out all my jobs. If I was still playing Heavensward.
Okay.
I've done it.
Congratulations in 2015. Yeah. Okay. Right, Georgi?
Not much. A little bit of Samurai, slowly making my way to 80. But other than that, I came to the realization, and I talked about this during the live letter stream, that I need to finish doing the Yokai event in about less than 2 weeks.
Yeah. Oh god, that sucks. Oh, how many do you have left?
I already did. I only had the 4 new ones.
Oh, okay. You're right. Yeah, right.
So I'm pretty much done in the Stormblood Zone ones. So then I just need to do the 2 in the Heavenswood zones, and then I'm done. Okay. But it's just I have been on like on global health crisis time. I was I was not ready for a patch this quickly. I was expecting another 3 months to do this, but no, I have 2 weeks.
That's funny because I also realized that the Yokai Watch is ending. I've finished it obviously on my main, but all my alts, they need the watch. So I've been going to all my alts and doing the quests, and some of my alts aren't leveled. Like they don't have the gold saucer unlocked even. So there's work. And also now that I have leveled all of my classes, the last couple of days I have been leveling my alts on other servers.
Oh, you're going crazy. That's what I was.
I'm losing my mind. So I was doing. Was it my Balmung character yesterday? And I am not. I am like an alien on Balmung, right? I was in Ul'dah because I'd done the Yokai Watch thing. So I just stood still in like Ul'dah, and I guess that's for some people will walk up and try to like initiate something, and you know me, I AFK for like hours. I'll just leave my computer and I'll just be there for hours. And I had like a long list of people that like sent me tells. Shout out to you. I'm sorry for the people I ignored. I think they just wanted to RP. But I wasn't there. Okay. Right. So that's what I've been doing. Losing my mind, leveling other characters. Okay. I also started leveling up Roderick for some reason, like as if he needed to be leveled. So Midlanders are rare around those parts. I see.
Exotic.
I see.
So
All right.
vanilla.
Okay. That's that. Let's jump into recent events and then jump into the good stuff. Well. We have to talk about the global event one more time. More indirectly this time. Not like yeah.
This is like a positive effect of it.
Yes. Square Enix will be offering permanent work from home programs as of December 1st, which will be available to all executive officers and employees. Square Enix, which currently has a work from home system in place due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Where's this posted? This is an article, I think. Oh God, source. We don't have the source for this. We'll get it. Can someone figure out where this was gotten from? We used to have a link system in our show notes. I've since.
Well, it does. It still exists in the pre-show notes.
Okay.
It's just
let's get that.
We don't carry it over to the actual show notes.
For some reason, I expected this to be like a post on Lodestone, but of course it is.
From Gamatsu.
Oh, okay, there you go. Square Enix, which currently has a work-from-home system in place due to the COVID-19 pandemic, will officially offer a permanent work-from-home program to all executive officers and employees as of December 1st, the company announced. This program will become the permanent core of Square Enix's work system and is not limited to its current pandemic control measures. Through this, Square Enix aims to implement a flexible and diverse work environment, as well as bolster productivity and create an optimal work-life balance for its employees. In addition to expanding its staff's employment options, the system will enable Square Enix to acquire more diverse human resources, as well as establish a system that can respond to unexpected events, such as disasters, or changes in employment models. By adopting a new style of working for a new world, Square Enix will enable its staff to be more creative as it continues to provide content and services that live up to the expectations of users around the world, increasing its value as a company. So the work from home program, providing customers with unforgettable entertainment requires creativity and productivity. Moreover, the nature of the work involved demands consistent, robust security. As such, the work from home program will combine home-based and office-based models. Square Enix will designate each employee as either home-based working an average of at least 3 days per week from home, or office-based, working an average of at least 3 days per week from the office. In general, all eligible employees will be designated as home-based. Division heads will designate some positions or individual employees as office-based, as dictated by the nature of the work involved. Status changes will be allowed on a monthly basis, depending upon the intensity of an employee's duties. Square Enix expects approximately 80% of employees to be home-based in December, the first month of the program's implementation. So obviously, they go into like the reason for it. So okay, I guess we can read that as well. Square Enix had for some time been exploring options for enabling greater flexibility in working styles when the COVID-19 outbreak occurred. In response, Square Enix implemented a series of measures starting in February 2020 that included enabling work from home, staggered work hours, and online conferencing. Following a sustained period of these measures in place, Square Enix conducted a survey in June that demonstrated that roughly 80% of employees had a positive view of work from home. Square Enix also carefully considered a wide range of opinions from businesses as diverse as games, publication, and music regarding the practicality of work from home. This program was finalized based on those... this is very dry. Essentially, they were like, okay, work from home, big success. We should keep this. Yeah. So yeah, companies that will be joining that or are eligible is Square Enix Holdings, and Luminous Productions. So Luminous
These are all
is
just for the Japanese companies, I'm guessing, and not the other branches in other
Interestingly,
countries.
it does not specify, but
I suspect that is up to the international branches to decide.
Wouldn't that be... Yeah. What is Square Enix Holdings? Is that...
That's a good question, because that was the one I wasn't sure about.
Yeah. Because sometimes you see Square Enix Holdings for some games, and I don't know if that's... Is that the international branch? No, that's Square Enix Europe / Square Enix North America, right? Well, oh, that's like Eidos and Taito. Okay, I see. All right. That's their publishing division. Okay, I see. Well, there you go. More work from home. We can now see those changes that we talked about that was going to come to the world after this, and here it goes.
We're living through history, guys.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Great, and all it took was a global pandemic.
Yeah, that's true. All right, let's jump into an interview with Naoki Yoshida. This is from LiveDoor.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe that's the name of the website.
Yeah, Japanese website. We'll be skipping the piece.
LiveDoor is like the how do I...
Oh, is
the
it
website, and then the user site is Umadori
0726. Okay. Yeah. It's an interview with Naoki Yoshida. All right. This is what we can get from this. We'll read this before we get into the live letter stuff, because this is supplementary stuff that we won't they didn't tell us in the live letter. All right. Is Matoya's relict located on Sharlayan? So Matoya's relict is the new dungeon. Yoshida says it's originally located near where Matoya lives, and it's also related to younger Matoya. Note, whether it's related to Matoya when she was young or Y'shtola herself is unclear.
I believe they already confirmed that it's Matoya when she was young,
yeah,
and not Y'shtola.
It's necessary to enlist the help of Matoya in order to deal with the new things we are about to do. The dungeon structure will be slightly different, in which it will not be a linear path, where you may be required to go and then return back to where you left. Slightly a little refreshing compared to the older dungeons. The format is quite similar to Hawk Manor. Interesting.
Oh, I haven't seen dungeon design like that in a while.
The playtime is the same as any other dungeons. You cannot use Reen as your trust member for this dungeon. But that's really...
You like how that was capitalized?
Yeah.
You cannot use Reen.
I like that they're going back to like more involving
non-linear.
like non-linear dungeons. I know it was annoying It wasn't annoying in Hawk Manor, to be fair. Hawk Manor was all right.
Yeah.
They balanced it perfectly, I think.
It was one of the shortest dungeons in the game.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, 'cause you're cutting
Um,
in half by just using return.
yeah.
Mhm.
That's cool. I like that they're trying to freshen up the dungeon system. All right. Talking about Eden's Promise, the story arc will reveal who Gaia actually is and why she is called the Priestess of Darkness, or I guess
assume that's what she's called.
Oracle of Darkness is what we call her.
Mhm.
It will also reveal who the Idol of Darkness is. So that's
That's a little
fine.
fairy, right?
Yeah, that's the
Mhm.
yeah. You won't
So
be
we
able.
fought in East.
Yes. You won't be able to tell who'll be your enemies this time, or so Yoshida thinks. But it will not deviate from the fact that it's your imagination that will be the key of the story. And it will progress as usual. Maybe this time it'll be opponents that the Warrior of Light has never fought before. Do you like that it explains that Warrior of Light refers to you, the player? Right. Okay. So that's interesting.
So
yeah.
would we? So as so far in the Eden storyline, the primals were all summoned from our imagination.
Yeah.
It's not the actual cloud of darkness and just us attempting to summon it.
That sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah.
That's
weird. But we are fighting it in the world of darkness, though. I mean, I guess everything is recreated every time we fight them, so it doesn't really matter. That could also just be. Is that what you're thinking? That we're summoning it in the same way we've summoned the others?
Yeah. So maybe something's happening with Gaia, and this is our solution to try and figure out something about it.
Maybe. Yeah. We'll be theorizing more when we get to it in the live letter.
okay.
If we go to the first in the future, likely next expansion and beyond, will we still be able to meet Reen and Gaia? Yoshida says, "Who knows what will happen in the future?" Wink, wink.
Gaia's a scion confirmed, dude.
Oh my gosh.
It's gonna happen.
All right. So that's what he had to say about Eden. That is not going to be covered in the live letter. The Bosnian Southern Front. There's some interesting information here. The clear rate for Bosnian Southern Front is a lot higher compared to Eureka Animos. I don't think anyone is surprised.
No.
I mean, there's some. Yeah, it's just better. Less confusing. Yeah, and I think also Animos, the thing that they learned from Animos and put into Bosja was they kind of hold your hand a lot in the beginning to just teach you this is what's happening here. In Animos, you just kind of exist and you're figure it out.
It was much more of the old style MMO gameplay in Animos, where they throw you out to this world and you do it.
Yeah.
You remember our first time being in Animos together, right?
Right.
We went to the beach. We killed some whatever they're called, nautiluses or whatever.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, what do we do now?
it was interesting for 10 minutes when everything was fresh, and we had to remember we found out that the things at the beach would blow up.
Yeah.
They would keep growing. That was fun to discover. But then after 10 minutes, I'm like,
what do we do?
What do we do now, actually? What is this?
The gameplay loop in Animos, and particularly Pagos, is far less interesting than the gameplay loop of Bosnian Southern Front.
Yeah.
Also, you can mount up. That's just...
That too. From the beginning, you can mount.
So much quicker.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Two more major updates to this content is planned. It's heading to its end. It's about to end. Delubrium Reginae will not be the end, and there will be one more major thing included after this. Delubrium Reginae is scheduled for patch 5.45. There is one more open world type content that will be added after Southern Bosnian Front and Delubrium Reginae.
It's very confusing how the Japanese refer to it as the Southern Bolshevik Front rather
Yeah,
than
yeah,
the
yeah.
Bolshevik Southern.
Yeah. One of the issues they want to overcome is to address the part where people have a hard time maintaining their motivation after maxing their rank levels and having waiting to raid the castle and having nothing else to do. Too many participants. Also, he points out in the 1-to-1 the duels. That was completely unexpected.
I'm kind of surprised they thought it would be that they didn't realize it would be that popular.
They put a mount behind it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and it's like it's fairly easy to get in for the most part. You just don't get hit by AoEs.
Yeah. I mean,
So
I've received multiple invitations to that. It's not hard to. I mean,
but I think they were expecting more people to be like Ulikil and decline it.
Decline it. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's possible.
I'm too shy.
Yeah. Their priority is now on bug fixes, but if they can adjust on the numbers, they'll definitely plan to address that as well.
I don't know what numbers they're talking about in this particular segment, to be honest.
No.
Well, glad they realized the problem of people just being like kind of done after they get to the max rank, really, and waiting for cast drops.
Yeah.
I guess was this after or before they adjusted the skirmish and CE drops?
I want to say that particular answer sounds like it was before they made the core adjustments.
Yeah. Okay, so that's Bolshevik Southern Front. We'll talk a little bit about it later as well. Emerald Weapon. The G-Warrior will not have its appearance this time, so it'll not appear, and the Worldlet series will continue for quite a bit, but we'll see more of G-Warrior in the future. The content this time will be serious in nature. So I'm assuming that is linked to the fact that you're not doing that Gundam thing, because that was a little silly. So yeah, they're not doing that.
That's a good point, because I contrast the Gundam stuff with the fact that another one of Gaius's orphans dies.
Yeah.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
I think they leave the Gundam stuff for like intros, really, to be honest, or just the warrior fight. Like,
well, I just think it was very the Sorrows of Worldlet storyline is quite dark, so it was weird having that happen. I don't know. I'm sure that's why they're not having it in here this time, because now we're getting to like the last few remaining orphans. Emerald Weapon will change colors during the battle.
RGB confirmed.
Yes. There will be some new mechanics and attacks included as some sort of experiment. Multiple phases are prepared for this content. We'll discuss that later. No matter how he tries to explain the mechanics, you'll feel it. Sorry, on mechanics. No matter how he tries to explain it, you'll feel that these gimmicks,
this
jargon. Oh, sorry, he's talking about the Gundam show. Can be found in a Gundam show. This time, the devs will try to control themselves and not overdo it. If you're a mecha fan, the love of mecha will still be seen in this content.
Oh, yeah.
And we have Blue Mage. It'll be dreadful to learn skills from bosses.
Why? I liked learning Blue Mage skills this last time.
It'll be dreadful.
I don't want it to be dreadful.
No. You will love it. It'll be dreadful and you'll love it.
You're going to hate yourself.
This is the core concept of Blue Mage.
4.5. I don't want to forget.
Learning overall will be made easier, so it's appreciated if you can just form a party and just learn them quickly without many hassles. There you go. Level cap will be 70, though yes, there is ultimate content from the 4.x series, but of course ultimate will not be allowed access for Blue Mages. Wah wah. Since Blue Mage is created as a job that easily breaks the balance, and they cannot risk mechanics in ultimates to be ignored or skipped, they're afraid that doing so will attract rage from those who cleared ultimates. I can see that.
I guess if you want to keep the prestige of ultimate, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like, sure, whatever.
Blue Mage log will be updated and new rewards included. New bosses from Masked Carnival will be prepared as well.
Nice.
Nice. Now on to Ishgard Restoration. The regulations for Restoration ranking will be the same as the second one. There may be different formats for rankings in the future, but since this is the final chapter of Ishgard Restoration, this will be your last time to obtain the achievements related for this content. To this content. There are requests to implement housing once Ishgard Restoration is over, and once the final restoration for patch 5.4 is done with, and every restoration is completely done with, eventually you will see it happening.
That's
That
time
is
that outright.
essentially confirmation.
Yeah.
Now, we have to take this into, like, with a fat grain of salt, because this is, first of all, translated, and second of all, not a source I would, like, trust my life with, right? This
I don't know.
this is someone's
also
blog.
I mean, it is an interview, but also
It is an interview, therefore it is real. That is sound logic. Yeah.
I like that it's prefaced by saying you have to wait till every world is done
Yeah,
before
yeah,
we
yeah.
give you how.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You can't just have it because your world is done.
Yeah.
You gotta wait for Spriggan.
Yeah. I mean, if they implement housing, I don't think anyone's going to be surprised. We have essentially built a housing district. So, well, I would argue we've built a city-state. But, but yeah, it's, yeah. All right. Forspoken.
Construction's next, so just a heads up, guys.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Forspoken. Did we talk about this in the show?
No.
Wow, we didn't. Forspoken was trademark. I'll just give backstory quickly. There was a new registered trademark that came out a few months ago for Forspoken for Square
I
Enix.
think it was a few months ago. I think it was a few weeks ago.
Was it really that recent?
I think it was pretty recent. That's why we haven't spoken about it before.
No. It's at least over a month ago. I remember posting this in Speaker's Chat a long time ago. Go search.
Yeah,
Search
you keep
Forspoken.
talking.
Right. So there were, yeah, it's a few months old. So rumors then started spreading because this was about the time when trademarks would, because remember, Georgi, this is a Phantom Fest time. It would have been it lined up with when they usually register trademarks. So the trademark Forspoken was registered, and it sort of fit the appropriate time slot for them to like apply or search for it, or apply for it. And
So the 12th or the 13th of October, so like a little bit more than a month ago.
yeah.
Okay.
So yes. Anyways, I'm all over the place in this explanation. Anyways, Forspoken made sense for it to be the name of the next expansion.
Yes.
They ask, there are rumors that Forspoken will be the next expansion title, since there are news about Square Enix's registered trademark. Yoshida says, nope, you're wrong, lol.
I mean, would you expect him to say anything
Yoshi-P
else?
lies. And when he lies, he usually says shit like this, where he does not explain anything, he just says, that's wrong, lol. So he lied about 16, so he would lie about this as well, because there's no way he would break this. No. He would never break this news to a blog.
No, I agree with you there.
Yeah.
But I was also going to say, did he lie about 16? I thought he just said he wasn't going to be director.
No, he did the Yoshi-P clever lie, where he uses the wrong, like, I'm not the director of Final Fantasy 16, but I am the producer. Right. Any chances of a collab with 16? Yoshida says, if both sides would allow. You're the producer of 16.
It's you! It's you! God.
You just need to talk to yourself. Okay.
Take yourself out to some steak, some wine, talk over.
Right. Though only for Shadowbringers' dungeon for now. The previously mentioned free exploration mode will be added. It'll take quite a while for the QA team to look into patch 2.0 to patch 4.5 dungeons, so you'll just have to wait. We'll of course discuss that later as well. Next PvP content structure. There is new content, but we cannot say what it is. But we are thinking of having a more casual content that can be played by less people. That will require less people. Yes.
Yeah. I hope it's just 8v8s. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
8v8s.
Yeah.
I hate Zerg PvP. I hate it so much.
Maybe you'll get back your 8v8 front lines, Rollo.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. I don't even remember the reasoning for removing it. A lot of the PvP changes are weird. All right. Now, the moment you've been waiting for. Let's talk Live Letter 61. We will be looking at the trailer, but I will just start with the date. Patch 5.4 will be out on Tuesday, December 8th, 2020.
Yay!
Pretty good. That gives us time to do all the content before the 12-hour stream the following week. So that's cool. Let's look at the trailer.
Peggy.
Well, to be received by such an illustrious cast.
They're using the Creative Business Unit 3 logo now.
Nice little logo with Phoenix on it.
Yeah. Yeah. And obviously we're opening with Fandaniel on the Royal Menagerie, or like at least Alamigo.
Yes.
Yeah.
This might be the Menagerie actually. I'm noticing the flowers down there, so this is probably the
There's a little tower too from Shinryu.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
He's engulfed in purple flames.
Mm-hmm.
To be received by such an illustrious cast.
The ground is cracked. Oh yeah, that's true. There's some debris in the foreground. So something's gone down here.
Received by such an illustrious cast.
What the fuck is this?
I
This
am
is like
Fandaniel.
Muhammad. I've been wondering about this for so long.
Yeah, there's like a creature here with purple wings, and what I mean, after Umbral pointed it out, it's just 4 poos on the wings. They're just like little poops. Yeah, that's a thing. I wonder what it's for. Like, what is it? Like, how was it?
Yeah.
How did it come to be? It has no discernible face. It has no discernible head almost. That's just like a tangle of...
But you see a face later on a different dragon, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And he's doing like the Bahamut like charge up thing.
Yeah, do we get a... Yeah, look at that.
Right there.
Okay, so there is like a... Wait, are these 2 different ones? No, this is the same one.
No, I think it's the same one.
Okay, so it's just the mouth is like hidden under the tangle. Yeah, you can see the top of the tangle. Like, yeah. So the mouth is underneath. Wow, yeah, that is not much of a face. It's just like mouth.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
I am Fandaniel. And may I say what a pleasure it is to finally make your acquaintance.
You got the Halo ones.
Yes. So this is Sorrows of Warlet. This is a submarine. We don't...
Yeah.
Well, we know they exist because we have submarines, but this is like the first Garlean submarine we've ever seen, I guess.
I mean, Sapphire Weapon's kind of a submarine.
Yeah, but that's not like a normal... This is just a Garlean submarine.
Yeah.
Like, this is their military, like, yeah.
Early reports say huge swathes of the...
What is this? This looks like... This is... Is this... Bozja?
This is like Ceruleum cracking out of the ground and like igniting, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. This is definitely Is this doesn't look Bosgen.
No, it doesn't. That's
It
my
looks like this could just be like Garlean, like province.
Countryside.
Yeah, and this. Remember, they're about to say something in this trailer where they say that the imperial capital is in ruins.
Yes.
This
War of
might be what's happening. Perhaps.
I will say this doesn't look like what we've seen in the imperial capital.
No. But it would have to start somewhere, right? Like if this are, I would assume that Garlemald has cerulean pipes underneath every single settlement for power, right? So maybe the cerulean lines are rupturing, and that's what's because even the house, it makes sense. The house is on fire because of course they have cerulean lines inside. It's like if a gas line were to explode. That's, I mean, gas is way more explosive than cerulean clearly here, but. Yeah.
Makes it pretty fire though.
This is the bitter mill of Turncliffe. Yeah, this I was gonna say this does look like it could be like further out of Turncliffe because it has the same sort of look to it. Yeah.
I don't think it could be actually Garlean or like on the actual Garlean territory, normal Garlean, because it's mostly just a wasteland, not wasteland, but like I would not say it would be grassy, you know.
Turncliffe?
Not Turncliffe, like normal.
Oh yeah, normal. Yeah. Yeah, this looks like it could be just further up from where we've been in Turncliffe, or at least some sort of imperial territory. But I do recognize, and Chad is pointing out that the colors seem to match that of Turncliffe with the blue roof tiles, and the.
It's just difficult to say because of the miasma of war.
Yeah. And also remember we are doing Sorrows of Warlit as well, so this might be tied to that as well. That would be interesting though.
Areas for Sorrows of Warlit, huh?
Yeah. I wonder if this then will tie into the MSQ because have they said that Warlit could do that? I mean, it makes sense. They
I don't think
exist in the same
specifically
place.
Warlit, but they've said that like they're not afraid of wrapping non-main scenario quests into the main scenario.
Yeah. So, what's Turncliffe? Turncliffe is an imperial province on the westernmost part of Garlemald, I guess you could say, right? It's like before you get to Alamigo, you have to go through. Well, Turncliffe is a coastal province. So it's like where Eorzea and Ilsabard is separated by water.
Yes.
Right.
Say huge swathes of the imperial capital have been reduced to rubble.
So that's when she says it. So they have this shot, and then she says,
huge swathes of the imperial capital have been reduced to rubble.
It could be that thing where they like to contrast words with something that's irrelevant.
Yeah.
But also, why are you telling us this?
Yeah, why would Lise tell us that? I guess she has the intelligence. Like, they are at the front lines between Garlemald, so they would have all the intel, I guess, if something like that happened. I don't feel like Limsa is that involved, for instance. I don't think Merlwyb is, like, constantly... Well, maybe she should constantly be... They should all be. They're leaders.
She does have privateers constantly, like, ransacking Garlean ships.
Yeah. Is she not in that cutscene?
No, it's just it's in the Rising Stones.
Yeah.
Get out of here! You're not a sign on it.
I mean, she said capital. That's just one city. That's true, but it's the most important city of Garlemald. It's where the country is ruled from. So, yeah.
Imperial capital have been reduced to rubble.
Here's Emerald Weapon with that mechanic that Yuri was disappointed at my reaction to.
What? You like spinning?
I thought it was cool.
It's a perpetual spinning. There's like no delay to it.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. That was the reaction I had too. And Yuri was like, "Why are you not more impressed?"
I mean, it's cool.
It is cool.
We've seen spin mechanics before, though.
Yeah. Here are his hands that you that floats
Mini
around
hands.
him.
Oh, he's so angsty. Look at him.
Yeah.
He's in the I've remembered now. I've remembered from 2 days ago. He's in the disciplinary
That's what it's
chamber. Or
called.
whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Yes.
Disciplinary or whatever. Yeah, something like that.
God,
Alphonse, is that his name? Yeah.
Mm.
Uh,
What were you gonna say?
it looks like this is like a modded screenshot. I'm gonna be honest. Like someone put speed effects or something. I don't know. I mean,
yeah, they're
Well,
using reshade.
yeah.
They can do whatever lighting they want in their cutscenes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
That's
don't have
true.
to play by our rules.
Mm. All right. So she's been dragged away by it's hard to tell who that
Mr.
is.
Legatus, man.
But
Is it Legatus, man?
No, he's got
No,
horns,
it's
so
not.
it's either
No,
Alphonse or
she's being dragged away by Alphonse, I think, based on the horns.
yeah.
This is an echo, isn't it? Because it's got yellow piss tint.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yellow piss tint. And
Well,
here's
we have received an echo each time.
we have, yeah. Here's here it is in all its glory, emerald weapon with
Mhm.
its hands.
What does Emerald Weapon look like normally? I haven't seen the original
Oh, it's
Emerald
been
Weapon.
a long time. I mean, it's similar to that. It had like big. That's how I remember it. I think.
Oh, okay. Oh, it looks like a fucking. Looks like a certain Gundam. I can't remember. It's called.
Mm.
It looks like it's snap it at the waist.
Yeah. Yeah.
It kind of looks like Big Zam.
Yeah. It looks the same, but with only 18
reference for that.
polygons. All right.
If you mean to
Sid?
achieve that,
And of course, voiced Nero.
if you mean to achieve that which eluded even the storied Allegans, it seemed plain that you would require my expertise.
It's you, Gil. Did you see that?
Yeah, yeah, he does look like me. It looks like what I used to look like. I used to wear that
Canon.
gear.
Canon.
I'm canon now, guys. So what's
People are excited about Nero. I'm excited about finally getting to hear Sid speak again for the first time since
yeah.
Phoebe Heavenswood.
Yeah, I miss both of them. Like, just now we can hear them talk together again, and they can be He can be sassy towards Sid with voice again. This looks
Where
like.
do you think this is?
Yeah, I was gonna say this looks like. Remember when we played as Estinian, and he ran through the
You think
Imperial
this-
Palace? There was all these
You think
things in one of the rooms.
You think this is the Imperial Palace?
I don't know, but I'm saying this is something Garlean because we've
I
seen.
would say there's a very similar room to this in the Praetorium as well. It's when you're riding the Magitech armors.
Do you think the Praetorium would still be intact? We blew most of that shit up.
No, I don't think it would be, but I think that there's possibly a room like this in every one of their castrums.
Oh yeah. I'm just saying this is the most recent thing we've seen.
Yes.
I'm also trying to go off the wall here. There's like dark bricks, brown bricks.
You need to achieve that which eluded even the
No, this is. Oh, they have brought this equipment to. I think they've brought this equipment to Mordona. I think this is in his
Is this in the-
workshop.
Is this their workshop, the one that you enter very briefly after the completing 2.0?
Yeah, I think it is.
Oh.
So they've brought all this Garlean tech in here because you can see all the. Yeah. This is like okay, that's cool. Okay.
storied Allegans. It seemed plain that you would require my
All right. So they call like a hologram of 3 Allegans.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if
Don't know
they're.
what to think of this.
I don't know if their gear matters. There's 2 high nobles and a regular noble.
you would require my expertise.
They're fighting like a worm-looking man. Like this is this.
No,
it's a
I think
sloth.
it's a it's a sloth. It's a reskin of the shade models that the Spectre models that wander throughout North locks.
Ah,
I
yeah.
yeah.
Good look at it.
thought this was the boss from a reskin of the boss from Ghost Ship, whatever.
Sirens on
Oh,
Sea,
yeah.
it's the same one.
Yeah, that's what it is. And then the blob.
The
What was
blob.
it? Soapy room.
It reminds me
Full
of the
soap
soup
made
kitchen.
Clean.
Oh.
Good memories.
I liked it better when it's soap. Soap is clean. The soup kitchen is not clean.
Yeah, this must be the dungeon Matoya's
Right.
relic.
Yeah, you see the other scions in there.
Yeah.
A mere drop in the ocean for the great sorceress Matoya?
Is that
Big
the...
pig.
Is this the... What's its name? The pig that Alice made?
Oh yeah.
Because why is there a Porksy in Eorzea?
That's a good question. Angelo.
Angelo.
Meatbally.
Meatball.
I mean, it could be Angelo. It could just be another one that they summoned.
I thought that one exploded when they made the crystals.
Well, I was like, could always make another. She knows how to make them now.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true. He did
we've
like
seen
it did like.
clips. Yeah.
So, I
I've
just
seen
don't.
her art skills before.
That's true. She could have just made a new one. They have the recipe. So, yeah, weird that they would end up fighting it though.
Dirty?
It's got a crown and everything.
Very
Oh,
regal.
royal porksy.
Yeah. Clay and thinking equals pig. That is the recipe. That is the recipe. Should we? Okay, so Matoya's relic. Why are we going here? And what does it mean? So she says this.
A mere drop in the ocean for the great sorceress Matoya? I dare
I
say.
think she's just teasing Y'shtola.
Yeah.
Is all like, haha,
Hmm.
by my name.
There is something they need in Matoya's old
Relict.
Yeah, in her relict. I saw it in chat now, but we'll definitely discuss that further when we get further into the trailer. But there seems to be a theme, the same theme that we saw at the end of patch 5.3. It's the tempering is like a running theme now, and how to like cure it and control it. But we'll see more of that further in the trailer.
The solution all along was to just suck.
That is the solution to a lot of things.
Hmm.
All right, back to Southern Front.
She looks scared.
Yeah, she's about to do a duel with.
Horrible person.
Missy
Horrible. Missy Sha.
Oh, I love you.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I like evil
Jeez.
women, Jurgi.
Oh yeah,
okay?
that's true. You do like evil women. That is true. All right, this is female Rothgar, everyone.
Good job stealing the joke from chat from the live stream.
Did they say it in chat as well? I said it when it happened
said-
on stream. When we watched it live, I said the female
I don't
Rothgar.
remember. It's possible you said it at the same time, or possibly you said it first. I don't remember.
It doesn't matter who said it first. Female Rothgar, everyone.
That we establish the full
All right.
extent of the threat.
Here is what?
This is definitely just some whatever the new raid thingy is.
Yes.
For
That one that robot in the background
Legendary.
is very repellent.
Yeah.
Not least if it should prove that Xenos doth indeed orchestrate events from the shadows.
I hear it now that it's.
Big smoke.
At first, when I heard this voice, I thought it was Oriange because it says Doth. But the more I've heard it now,
Yeah.
it's...
Orchestrate events from the shadows.
Oh, yeah.
What in the world is that?
Wow.
Now this shit.
I guess I hope this stays in the overworld. Like
I hope.
and it's
I
cute.
don't
don't.
hope so, because that ruins
It's-
poor Nim.
So
It's really ugly. It's
I want
really ugly.
I
This
want
is-
some tangible change in the overworld after I do a quest.
I will say this is like, for someone who's played this is incredible that they've done this, because this is such a shock to see. Like, this is such a foreign object in a place that we all know so well. So this is this really builds up the like some sort of tension, even though we have no idea what this is. It's very it's almost shocking when it's revealed in the trailer. When I first saw it, I'm like, oh my god, Jesus! I never thought they'd do something this like dramatic to the overworld.
What in the world is
Chad,
that?
I was wondering the same thing. Will you see it during Leap of Faith?
Don't fall into the beam. You
Yeah.
don't know where
I'm sure it'll stay in the overworld during the quest if there's like progression tied. I mean, it's probably going to appear early in the quest and then be there until the end.
Honestly,
Wants to be
because
there.
of Leap of Faith, that's part of the reason that I think it won't stay there.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe well, yeah, I guess it won't. I was
So
gonna say maybe it was really high up that you couldn't see it, but
this is so I've had some time to think about what this is. So this is a very specific location. This is near where the kobolds dwell. This is near where Titan would be. And we are about to see a cutscene, a part of a cutscene where Merlwyb faces off with like a priest. He's pointing I think it is a gun. It could also be an ET finger. Merlwyb. It's so evil looking. It's very, I guess we can say it's kind of mocky looking. Because it's
looks
the
very
only
mocky.
comparable architecture. I
It
think.
reminds me a lot of the Void Arc.
Yeah.
I
Got
really
both.
want to know what the I really want to know what the Marquee were thinking when they made technology that looked like this, and then are we the evil ones?
Yeah. Okay.
Like, unlike the Allagans, Allagan technology doesn't look evil.
No, that's true. That's true. They are massive though. Like they're so like when you look at the picture of like when it's in Nim, I'm assuming it's touching the ground in yeah, it is.
No, it's not. Is
Isn't
it? I think it's floating.
Is it? It's like disappearing into
Maybe
like
not.
mist.
No, sorry, I'm confusing the like two floating platforms before it with like a floating base for it. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's a good point, Nat. Az's Law does look pretty evil.
But that's just because it's stinky.
Yeah, it's just
got the
stinky.
gas
Too many farts.
and also the tortured dragon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that too.
The look.
So, but okay, but while the Titan one I can sort of understand it when talking about tempering, and maybe this is linked to it. But where is this?
There's locks.
Yeah,
That's the locks.
Is there a primal in the locks?
The closest one would be Lakshmi.
True, that's true.
You can see a little bit of Z fighting, by the way, on the next when it gets closer to it. It's kind of funny. Yeah, see, like.
Oh yeah. All right, and this is the new big open content again.
It's a
Three
lot
directions.
like,
Oh yeah, the royal city of
Ravenaster.
Yeah, the one below, but I don't remember what it's called. Listalia?
Listalia?
You fight the chariot man.
Yeah.
Though his is a power born of the desire.
They could be lunar transmitters. That too.
Oh.
That would be an interesting way for us to finally get to the moon.
Pull it towards us.
Yeah. Now that I've looked at it again, he's definitely holding a gun. It looks like same type of gun that Merlwyb uses, like a musketeer thing, the double-barreled shotgun.
There's just something bewildering to me about a priest using a gun.
I told him to.
Yeah. There's a child kobold. It's difficult to not think about Gabu, because this is pretty much exactly how that parents scene played out, where he finds his parents dead.
You think we get a playable, like a roleplay instance as Merlwyb?
Well, Georgi bummed himself out during this when we watched it live, because we get back to this scene and you can actually see them fighting. I'll just skip to it, I guess. And the Warrior of Light.
Get out of there!
Yeah.
No.
So I don't think.
I really wanted it as well, Rollo.
Does she always have those fancy animations too, by the way?
Oh,
These are new.
Whatever stands in
well, she's used. Well, we've never seen her in active combat, have we? But we've.
I believe she appears in a single player instance during 2.2, and I think she's using unique animations, but I think they're pretty close to what we now know as machinist actions.
Okay.
But I'm pretty
These
sure
look
when
new.
pretty sure when she used what she used, it was original like Musketeer animations.
Yes, it probably was original Musketeer animation that wasn't ever used.
Yeah. Okay. So
whatever
We'll go back.
stands in our
yeah.
Forward with this.
Roll too. Looks cool.
Wait. Oh yeah.
No,
Sorry.
back
I forgot that I'd skipped ahead. Right.
We have
So wait. This moment is still weird. Like, what's happening here? They have summoning crystals. They've done the sacrifice thing. They are moments away from summoning Titan, it seems.
Maybe Marwa is finally coming towards the kobolds to say sorry.
Yeah, and it didn't go so well, it seems. Looking at like the battle, this might be after the battle, to be fair.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
We did that stuff. It's all under the river. It's all bridge under the river. Fuck. I can't talk. You know what I mean?
It's all water under the bridge.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Bridges shouldn't be under the river.
No.
That defeats the purpose.
So considering if the theme is correct, the tempering and curing of tempering, they might have brought Gabu here to show that they can cure it. Maybe he has been cured at this point, and that's why Merlwib has brought him to be like, we can help.
Yeah.
And then they just go, no. Fuck off. Or this is the end of the fight and we actually convince them. We don't know. All right, moving on. This is a very... Also, yeah, I will say, Merlwib coming up. I understand why he's holding that gun. Because she has killed so many of his people for no good reason. She just wanted land and she just slaughtered them to get it. Yeah.
Manifest destiny.
Yeah. It's so also, yeah, the gun, we talked about it when it was on the live stream. This could be one of her two guns whose names are very incredible, because I don't think the priest would have a gun like that. I don't think the kobolds use guns.
What are our gun names? Is it Ebony and Ivory?
No. It's like it's like judge and executioner. It's like something
one
weird.
One of them is death penalty. I
oh
can't
yes.
remember what it's called off the top of my head.
Oh, chat, please. Oh, it's
It could be
annoy
something
me.
boring like executioner.
No.
I think I was thinking of the guns from Devil May Cry. Never mind.
Big and bad.
Well,
Big and bad.
I don't know if this
Annihilator and death penalty.
There you go.
That's the names. Thank you, Mela. Right, moving on. This is a very important. This is important. This is. I'm pretty sure this is tied to the Eden raid because of who this is, but we'll see.
We have seen the havoc it may wreak.
Yeah, we see Eden in the background. Actually, I just now noticed. That's Metron, the first Sin Eater. Essentially, isn't that what they referred to them as? I don't remember.
What?
Isn't that what they often attribute them as? Like the one that made Eden. Isn't this? Am I remembering this wrong?
I don't remember.
Sorry, I meant Eden. Sorry, I'm talking about Eden, but she made the first Sin Eater, right?
Do we have any evidence of that?
She's linked to it though, Metron.
Yeah, but maybe she found it. It doesn't necessarily mean she made it.
Oh no, she didn't make Eden, but she made Eden into a Sin Eater, right? It's been so long since I've done this.
Possibly, Eden was always a Sin Eater, and then she just made use of it.
Yeah, we're calling her she. I don't even remember what gender they are.
And And it falls to us.
All right, but that's Metron, so we get to learn about what happened to Metron. Obviously killed by the Warriors of Darkness. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they had a hand in bringing Eden down.
Yeah, I suspect they did. I'm pretty sure they did. I mean,
yeah. I mean, Metron is only really. Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
And it
That's all we have on Metron, by the way. Right. Lise. Love that.
falls to
Love that she's back full force.
Oh no.
can I say, I hate that Lisa's default outfit is that one now.
Yeah.
And much better the outfit that she had during the MSQ of Stormblood.
Yeah. Resistant
to
soldier,
us.
possibly
Oh my
tempered.
God, he's evil and tempered.
But why and by whom?
Excellent questions.
We have the same haircut now.
Yeah.
Well, yours doesn't- you need to
Yeah,
shave that pattern into the side of your head.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna get my
Yeah.
partner and be like, hey, make this happen.
Yeah.
To ensure that it is never again brought to bear upon this star.
That is a fucking Asian, isn't it?
What is it called?
No,
He's got a mask.
To bear
Stuff like that.
actually.
this star.
Oh, fuck, it's so hard to see it.
That's the
Never
point.
again.
No. Yes, that is a mask, but I don't know if it's an Asian mask. I thought maybe it was going to be one of those husk Asians.
Star.
All right, then we get to see this tree covering something bright.
A crystal, perhaps.
That's what I thought. But this is probably their big raid thing, the Regine thing, because look at the massive size of that arena.
Yeah.
I think it's fit a 4-man, though, don't you think? That could be part of the dungeon, maybe.
It could be part of the dungeon, but I'm pretty
would
sure that's
think
going to be the that big like not the cauldron, but the
Or
yeah
nothing ends in the cauldron, but I don't know. Maybe you just get teleported at the end.
yeah.
Hmm.
So that's I don't know what that is. They could just be the exit. It could just be the exit behind those trees.
We shall draw your memories from you.
We shall draw your memories from you. That's
From
probably
Eden
from
series.
Eden. Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of like Gaia,
Yeah. It kind of does.
possessed.
Possessed. All right, and then something happens, and then this happens. This we saw.
Whatever stands in our way.
Suzaku kick!
Yeah, that was a Suzaku kick. We're going back to the world of darkness.
Never give up hope.
Gonna fight
Gotta
this
fight
disgusting thing.
It's the second part of Eden.
Why aren't we in fucking Lakeland?
We're in
now?
Lakeland for some reason for this one.
Mm.
I don't know why.
What? Why would you want such a thing?
I'm assuming talking to Van Daniel, he has some sort of screwed up plan.
But he can. He's like fucked up.
Mm.
Just want to cause some chaos.
Yeah. Here we're fighting the Cloud of Darkness in her not massive form. This is her Dissidia model, apparently. That is designed by Tetsuya Nomura.
It's got the fucking nipple. It looks right at you.
I'm different, you see.
This place.
I don't like. So this place is very interesting. I don't like they immediately contrast this with like all the primals and make you think that they're connected.
Yeah. Who are the people in the front? The hooded figure. Well, one is unhooded. Did you see them?
Wow.
It's very hard to I don't really see the people you're talking
Oh,
about.
yeah, I see them now. They're like north of the square a little bit.
Yeah,
towards
white
the-
hair on the left, and one is. Oh, is that?
Oh, I see. Yes.
I'm assuming hooded, or maybe.
One of them isn't hooded for sure.
Yeah, one of them isn't.
Mm.
They're shown again. Okay.
From the ancients who clung to dear.
Oh yeah, we see them again there. You see the robes on the left and right.
Oh,
Yes. One on the right looks like a woman because you can see bare thigh.
Yeah, and not wearing like a standard ASEAN. They're not wearing standard
Yes.
ASEAN outfits, any of them.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Who are they?
A good question.
Dear life.
Hmm.
And from you.
What is this thing?
Ew.
How many people are there in this fight? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's at least more than 8. So, right, is there no one? Well, I thought it was confusing effort. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Yeah,
7. Yeah, okay. So there's more than 8. So this is probably Bozja.
Yeah.
It's weird that they use such a screenshot with such a low number, though.
Yeah.
No one else died. They wiped.
Or maybe they just didn't have enough people to join for this.
Your time
Xenos breaking a sword. Which sword is that? Is that a sword we should...
I forgot Xenos existed for a couple minutes there.
Yeah, it's time to be
No
reminded.
No longer a weeb.
No, done with anime.
He's left the weebdom behind.
draws near.
She's losing her mind. We see some old friends on the back here. Are the other primals that we've fought.
Oh, a tank LB3, another one. That is one of the art to the models, by the way.
Yes.
The models art.
Okay. So Eden Raid is very. So I guess the mask that we saw in the lower right was not La Habrea in this artwork. Is that just supposed to be Metron then?
Probably.
So we're gonna get Metron's backstory. That's intriguing. That's the. It's the person who started the stuff that happened on the first. So.
Metron and Logrith.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, we'll get Logrith as well. Probably, because I'm sure they coordinated stuff. Oh, maybe those are the two people standing in the.
Possibly.
I don't. Well, that would make that an Eden cutscene. Well, we'll see. Right. Gaia is probably. Yeah, I was gonna say when you look at the, if you look at this, does it not look like she has long flowing hair on the right?
Yeah.
I could say that. Yeah.
Maybe this is like a flashback because it's got a little bit of a tint to it, yellow piss tint.
What?
Maybe this is La Habrea talking to Gaia.
Oh my god.
What are you going to say, Rakil?
How fucking cursed would it be if it turned out that Gaia was one of the other Asians?
Exactly what I was thinking. She's an Asian that lost her memory.
Yeah. Ooh. That's exciting if that's the case. That's what if she is Metron? Metron is on her side of the artwork in the background, like as like hello. Ooh, black and white moment. Oh no, it's such a small window. It's gonna be so low res in the black and white shot. Because that is very exciting if that is true. But that is like they have given him a lot of. Well, he's not even writing this. He's not even writing this story, so it doesn't matter. But
imagine having an ally that's not Nakale. Not a little
that's
baby.
also true. That's so crazy. We would have like an ASEAN friend.
Kalhai is not an ASEAN.
No, he's just. They just dressed him up as one. In the background and in one of her reflections. Yeah. Oh god. Okay, I like that idea actually. That's really, and that's why she's like having. Okay, but what would the purpose for it be? Like, why would they do that to her?
Well, maybe it wasn't was unintentional. Maybe she was like banished to the void by the Warriors of Darkness somehow.
Oh yeah.
At which point she lost her memory when she was like trapped there.
It makes sense because she's so tied to Eden, which would be like that's her doing, and so maybe Eden did something when it died, and that's like just erased her memories.
Why'd she keep her stuff in? That's what's that city called? I can't remember.
Yulmore?
Yeah, why don't you keep her stuff there then? She was an ass, you know.
Well, she might. Well, so you know that Asians sometimes just take they just take other forms and then they just live.
I mean, look at Emmett Selk. He spent a lot.
He became
his entire
emperor.
life.
He got children and a wife and died of old age. So
Yeah.
Okay.
That is very intriguing.
Do you think the Idol of Darkness could be Metron's original consciousness, or could it be Logrif?
Oh. Ooh, I'm invested now. I hope this is not us just.
I'm invested now as well. I'd be sad if this is not at all accurate at all. But then again, maybe they could come up with something incredibly interesting on their own.
That's
but
true. That's true.
I hope that I'm liking this theory.
All right, that is the trailer. Let's jump into the actual live letter. Which my computer conveniently just closed the document for me. Thank you very much.
Ooh,
that was the right
nice.
time to do that. All right, so the live letter began with that trailer, and of course the release date, December 8th, 2020, on Tuesday. New main scenario quests. Okay, so I'll just say this. They started the whole live letter with just the recap of everything. It's also a very bizarre live letter for reasons we'll get into later. But I feel like live letters are getting stranger and stranger every time. And this one was definitely adding to the weirdness.
I think what's causing this is they cannot have interviews.
Right. Yeah, possible. Yeah. That would.
And they have to stretch it out as much as they can.
Yeah. All right. So they talked about the Matoya's relic will be added, which will be compatible with the trust system, but we know you cannot use Reen for this one, which makes sense. It's in Eorse, yeah. What did you say, Rolla?
Probably just not for the first run, but you can just bring whoever for the...
Yeah.
Probably. When are we going to be able to use Lena whenever we want?
Capture her soul in a crystal, unfortunately.
The Sorrows of Warlit scenario will continue with a trial versus the Emerald Weapon. That will happen in Castrum Marinum or Marinara. Extreme difficulty as well. Not much about that fight. Screams. What's his name? Ritatan. We haven't seen any of that in the footage we've seen so far.
Yeah, but we didn't see anything for Nail until afterwards as well.
True. Yeah. I wonder how that's gonna happen. He has nothing. He has no cool moves and nothing cool associated with him.
He'll give his sad backstory while he's computer data mode or whatever.
Yeah.
What sad backstory? I feel like he's had a pretty good backstory as being one of the few non-Garleans that rose up through the ranks to become a Garlean commander.
He'll add something.
I don't know. It's maybe he'll get the gun arms because that was his thing. Maybe that's. I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna pull that off. But there you go. What if they don't? What if there's no Ritatan in there at all?
It's just Emerald Weapon,
yeah,
that's it?
Yeah. It's just a clean Emerald Weapon fight.
Guys, it's fine now.
Yeah.
Maybe it takes from both Ritatan and because his brother is the one that we fight in Stormblood, isn't it?
Is that really his brother? I don't.
Oh, the guy with the power button on his helmet.
I don't remember the power button, but the one who's the final boss of Doma Castle.
Oh, Grindelwald. What?
Yeah.
Grindelwald. Grindelwald.
I feel like he's the brother of someone though.
I don't remember him at all. I remember him, but I don't care. He pissed me off too much with the Cold Steel stuff in because that's who we fought in Cold Steel, wasn't it? In the Stormblood scandal. I think that was the duty where we fought him.
The Stormblood skin?
Oh, you mean the
Remember the queue works? Remember when the servers didn't work when you were trying to progress in the MSQ? That was a fight with him. And after that, I'm like, I don't like this. I don't care about this character. You have gate kept me from playing this game. you suck. Yeah, he was in Raubon Extreme, yeah. Eden Raid series will continue with Eden's Promise. It requires completion of the main scenario quest through patch 5.3. So you have to do the story. I'm assuming most of you have if you're watching this. And this will also come with Savage. The first boss is Cloud of Darkness, but it is the one used in Dissidia, the model. It is designed by Nomura.
They specifically say not the one found in the Crystal Tower series.
Right. It is.
So maybe it is something we summon.
Yeah, it probably is. They have a good excuse of actually summoning something that exists in the Final Fantasy universe, but it's not the one from the Crystal Tower series.
Yeah, because they're like, oh, spicy Dissidia models. We used up our last excuse. We need to come up with another one.
Yeah. They also made mention of the background music, which is Don't Be Afraid from Final Fantasy VIII, and said that there is a story reason for it to play there. Don't be afraid. Maybe that's just all it is. Like, she shouldn't be afraid of the Cloud of Darkness. I don't know.
Yeah, she's a nice friend.
Yeah. Oh my god. With that theory that she's an Ascian, it makes, like, she's obviously tied to the Void. They fucked up the Void. They fucked up the third. Oh god, my mind.
This one.
I would look on this. I like this idea a lot.
All right. So Yoshida says the Savage difficulty version will have a similar progression as previous tiers, but the third floor may be a barrier for groups to surpass. So the third floor is the static breaker this time.
That's usually the second or third one, right?
Yeah, that's usually where they are. Yeah, they were very secretive about the third and fourth. They said the third one was the best one for some reason. But then, well, actually, he backpedaled a little. He opened by saying that the third one was crazy, but then he said the fourth one was like he couldn't even describe. So the third and fourth is probably the most mind-bending ones. And we've seen the first two, the dog and the Cloud of Darkness. Right. Save the Queen. The Relic story will continue with the instance duty Delborum Reginae. Delborum Reginae. God, these names. We need to just destroy Garlemald so we don't have to deal with names like this anymore. So that they're gonna add that instance duty. They didn't really talk about it at all during the live letter. I'm sure they want to save that. Yeah, because it's not until patch 5.45. They'll save that for a different live letter. Monk. Well, they said various job adjustments. So they said that there are no nerfs this patch. They will, I believe, so Scholar. I just remember Scholar. Red Mage. Bard. Dragoon.
They're mostly just potency adjustments anyway.
Yeah, they are being. He mentioned those by name. That those are getting buffs. They didn't go into detail about it. I'm sure you'll have to wait for the show notes, the patch notes for that. But he did talk about Monk for a little bit. Obviously, he didn't go through all of it because it is a big revamp of Monk. They focused on Greased Lightning. It is no longer a status effect. It's now a trait. And it will no longer increase damage dealt. As a result, action potencies and effects have been adjusted. The effect of actions that maintained or consumed stacks of Greased Lightning has been adjusted. For example, Form Shift grants the Formless Fist status, allowing execution of actions regardless of form. Tornado Kick can now be used at any time. and potency / recast times adjusted. 6-sided star will now increase movement speed for a short duration. So you can like dodge AoEs right after, I guess, after using it. They also showed that perfect balance is no longer a like 5-second buff. It is now a 6 charge buff. So you have 6 charges of perfect balance on Monk. That's more or less all they showed, but it is a very big change to Monk. So you're gonna have to wait for the patch notes to get into that fully. They mentioned Blue Mage. There's not much there that we haven't already talked about in previous episodes. Level cap 70, new spells, exclusive gear that they showed off. Looked really nice. It's very Blue Mage-y.
Yes.
Did not show new weapons. So I don't know if that just means we're not getting any, or if they just didn't show it here.
That's true.
You barely even see them anywhere, to be honest.
Right. It's true. The Duty Finder will be updated where you can select an undersized party and keep level sync on. That's a nice change if you want to do Blue Mage content, but you don't want to do it like... You want to do it as it's supposed to be done, with the item level sync on.
Yeah.
Sorry, level sync. Okay. Regarding crafters and gatherers, a lot of changes coming up. A lot of it we've already talked about. They talked about the... It was funny because they showed the slide again and they just said fish eyes will be adjusted. Just reminded of when I thought it was they were just going to change the icons to fix the eyes of the fish. Like they said before, fish eyes will no longer be required to catch fish. This is old news. Ocean fishing gets new routes and objectives.
Also, the news, in fact, was that it will now allow you to ignore
the time requirement. Yes.
The time requirements for certain fish.
Yes. It affects fish in areas introduced prior to Stormblood. Will be made to affect more fish in future updates. So, old fish will be affected first. Ocean fishing gets new routes and objectives. They showed us 2. One of them was Hullbreaker Isle, and the second one... No, wait.
North of Idleshire.
Yeah, north of Idleshire, yes.
Oh, wow.
So that's cool. They then moved on to Ishgard Restoration. Nothing really new there. Mostly just stuff. We did learn what the statue is probably going to be. It's probably just going to be the tool, not the generic hero that Rollo suggested.
Giant saw.
Yeah, giant saw. Oh.
Big frying pan for the color.
Yeah, big frying pan. Yeah, so Sky Steel tools. Oh, interesting about the Sky Steel tools. They're getting a glow in the next step. And they're getting 2 different glows. So there's a glow when held, and there's a different glow when crafting. So there you go. Finally, it arrives. The shiny relic.
Sorry, giant needle.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I was going to say that earlier.
Like an obelisk.
Yeah. It's definitely the fucking the thing that alchemists use.
Alembic.
That's unfortunate on a statue. Yeah. Okay. So Sky Steel tools. I definitely have to get them now that there is a glow, because I was a little disappointed with them when they first rolled out, because they had no glow, and then they had no glow for the second update either. But now they do.
Just a slot for some glow, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Explorer mode. I think this is also where we have to mention the other stuff he revealed during the Explorer mode.
That get mentioned here.
Oh, yes, it does. All right, so with Explorer mode, you can freely explore dungeons you've previously completed, and players will be able to explore dungeons added in the 5.x series, with more to be added in the future. No enemies will appear, and all obstacles will be cleared. Mounts, minions, and fashion accessories will be allowed during excursions. Striking dummies can be placed to allow for actions to be used. Players can freely use limit breaks. You can take up to 3 other players with you.
No more. It will explode the instance.
No, yeah. So that's all well and good.
That'd be neat.
Yeah, you can take pictures, and he did a couple with what was the striking dummy thing? Like you can summon a striking dummy. So when you enter explorer mode, you get an extra window, and it has all the limit breaks tiers on it. So you can just on demand start a limit break. There's also a 4th button underneath that'll summon a striking dummy, so you can actually target something. When Yoshi-P did this, first of all, he chose the blandest dungeon, in my humble onion. He did Grand Cosmos, and he was being very slow during all this. It was very like walking around, standing still, just shooting the shit in the Grand Cosmos, and I'm like, oh, please, we need to go.
Well, remember that his team also said that he should have done Holminster Switch.
Yes.
They said it was more. What was the expression? The explicit terminology they used? They said it was happier.
It was happier. Yeah, it was. Yeah, and he's like, but hundreds of people have died here. That's not. That's why he chose the Grand Cosmos. So, because this is cheery and fun. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't do Don Meg because they overused Don Meg in all of the promo shit. It's like, we've seen Don Meg now. Yes.
As I said during live letter coverage, I'm pretty sure they chose Don Meg as their preview dungeon because it's the only one without a Light Warden boss. So
yeah.
That makes
at least in that sense.
Yeah. So he showed us how to use the limit break stuff in a very slow manner. There was one point where he was just attacking the dummy for like 5 minutes for seemingly no reason. Yeah, what?
Wants to show off his rotation.
Oh, that's maybe that he was showing off his rotation, of course. No, he was going to he was going to show us the limit break originally, but then I guess he got lost fighting the striking dummy. All he had to do was show us the striking dummy. This is how you summon it. But then he did the limit break, and then, well, actually, I'm kind of lying here because there was 2 parts to this. In the first part, he showed off something, and in the second part, he also showed off some stuff, worse stuff. In the first part, he showed off a mount, a snowman that you ride. Yay. I'm assuming that is for those upcoming Starlight celebrations.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Then he showed off a chocolate corpuscle.
Yeah. Yummy.
The doo-doo one.
No, not doo-doo, made of chocolate. Don't you dare say it's made of doo-doo. Lawsons will be angry with you, Rollo.
So that's part of a new campaign in Japan. It's going to come to North America and Europe soon. Hopefully they'll just put it on the Mog Station, because Europe's...
No.
They cannot do campaigns in Europe.
Not my problem that your continent is bad at it.
That's not our continent's fault. It's Square Enix's fault. They don't know how to do it.
I just got to buy something on Amazon, so I'll be okay.
I get to buy anime shit, and that's fun.
Well, I mean, you're saying it as if they're just going to repeat that. That's probably not the case.
Probably won't. But hopefully they do something as equally as good as that.
So for those who don't know why they can't do campaigns in Europe, is because for some reason, and I'm sure it's because Europe is a fucked up place where they have different fucking laws for everything everywhere. So they're because you can't look at Europe like you would the US, which is a country. Europe is a continent. Not even that, if we're going to be very specific. But let's just say now Europe is a continent, and it's full of independent countries that have grown separately for thousands of years. So all of them have like really weird, wacky laws for everything. So when Square Enix turns to Europe and they're like, you're going to buy an item on Amazon, and then Belgium is like, oh no, online campaigns illegal. And so they're like, oh, what do we do now? So that's what has happened every time. So there's been like fractured. So UK gets like their own deal, which has been like weird shady shit where they're like, oh, send a picture of yourself holding this item to this unknown magazine that only releases paper, like it's not even online. It was very bizarre. And in I think
Tomb Raider?
What?
Did you enjoy Tomb Raider yet for getting your promo item?
It's still in the plastic.
He got Tomb Raider for a promo item.
That's how they.
Which promo item was it again?
It was the cloud mount. Yeah. Because that was the second one that they did, and they tried to do the online thing, but they picked like a really shady online web store where you had to like put in your credit card info, and then you had to like wait for it to be like accepted, and then they had to like pull a little money off it. It was very odd. And then by the time that had completed, they had sold out all of the, because I was just going to buy like a time card, playtime card, but it was sold out. So I'm like, okay, well, fuck, I have to buy something else. I bought Tomb Raider. No interest in playing it. It's still in the plastic. Yeah.
Sorry, Roller?
He said you didn't even trade it in or anything. You could have sold it for a couple dollars, or but you're just gonna keep it in the plastic.
Why would I go through all that hassle to like resell a fucking Tomb Raider game? It's not even like a special edition. It's just a normal game.
In your GameStop and get $2.
That is. I'm glad you said that, Roller, because the third campaign was GameStop.
That's easy.
But you had to buy it in person. And you
That's not easy.
I know, it's such a Square Enix solution. There's nothing no online shit. Go to a local GameStop and ask them to, like, there's so many steps to it. Like, you have to like bring, I don't remember, you just ask them about the Final Fantasy XIV campaign, I think. That was the Nordic campaign.
That's so non-Scandinavia friendly.
I know! It's so weird. And I'm like, there is no, I mean, with my experience with GameStop, there is no way they will know. I will go up to the counter and be like, oh yeah, the Final Fantasy XIV promotion. They'll just stare at me and be like, the what promotion? How about one of our fucking credit cards or whatever they push every time you're there? I don't know. I just don't want to do that. I don't want to argue with the GameStop employees. And also, there's not that many of them anymore. They're like shutting down in up north. Yeah, it's weird.
Just something simple like do a Domino's collaboration.
Yeah.
New Zealand with the Domino's collaboration, you just buy pizza.
Rollo, that was Australia.
Oh, yeah. Australia? Okay. You just buy a pizza and you get like Shadowbringers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is it fucked up?
I'm just saying, you get so much pizza and you get like a full price video game. Like, not even just Shadowbringers, it was like the entire package.
Yeah.
Stormblood. I don't think it was Shadowbringers.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, you got Stormblood and like 2 pizzas, and they're like Final Fantasy themed pizzas,
Yes.
and drink, garlic bread for all for $50. So cheap.
Well, okay. Anyways, we'll see what they do this time. Hopefully they make it easier for us in Europe, at least. I mean, remember, oh God, we can talk about this forever, but there's also the German one was just buy like 12 cans of Dr. Pepper.
Jealous of that. That's such a good deal. You get 12 cans of Dr. Pepper and you get some sort of cross promotion.
And the cans had like Moogles on them. So it was like cute. But yes, we couldn't get that here for some reason. So anyways.
Imagine if they teamed up with Fresh. But you had to buy Peach Berry.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I can't help the garbling. That's just Discord, I'm afraid. That's just how it be.
Garble.
Yeah, and Garble. Right. So he showed off the Choco Corp. Oh God, Chocorpoker.
Chocopoker.
And you mentioned it when we
It's a
watched
good
it
word.
live. It's nice of them to add another mount that starts with choc, because we already have chocobos, so that's good. And also have something that's made of a processed product, chocolate.
Yay.
Which means someone has made it. Someone has made this out of
And then enchanted
chocolate
it.
and given it life.
Ugh, imagine like the waxiness you'd feel on your ass cheeks.
I mean, you're wearing clothes.
Well, when you get off, you have like chocolate on your clothes, like sticky.
They have magic to make it like not melt.
Okay, all right.
I'd hope at least.
They then also showed off the Mora mount. No, sorry, minion. Oh God, if
Very
it was
cute.
a mount would be amazing.
I would love a Mora minion. A mount.
Yeah,
that'd be amazing.
The minion is cute. It's the stupid Mora fish, and a golden beaver.
I think it's really ugly.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
It's just a beaver with it's just a beaver with gold texture.
It's definitely gonna be roulette map thing.
Yeah, it's from the Legia.
It's not as good as the golden whisker.
No, I agree.
It doesn't mention the one that upsets you here.
No.
So let's talk about it.
I mean, I just okay. Let me just have a disclaimer here. I don't really care anymore, right? We've already established this, that I gave up on this a long time ago.
Okay.
But I do have to say that it was a little upsetting to see the wings. We have wings now, Rollo, as accessories. Not accessories, but like it's like the umbrella system, but now you can put wings in there instead. We are a Korean free-to-play MMO now.
I'm not that upset. We're a Korean free-to-play MMO. That's such an insult.
No, yeah, it is. It is. Because remember when there was 1 million free-to-play Korean MMOs and they all had wings? That was like the big draw. Come play with wings. We don't. No. We've had it as like clothing items, but now it's like accessories. So that's like another microtransaction that they can, pull in.
As I said during the live letter stream, Diablos wings, Titania wings, Garuda wings. The possibilities are endless.
Whoever likes it will like it. That's fine. That's just how it is. That's just the world, and that's just how video games work now.
Can you imagine like some cutscenes though wearing the wings, depending how big they are, they'll just like flip them to the
That's what stuff like that is what I think about. But I don't think you can, because that would be equivalent to, oh my goodness, your voice is not even coming through anymore. I didn't even know you were talking.
You want to change region?
Yeah, try doing that.
Okay.
I'll just say that I don't think you will be able to wear the wings in cutscenes, because they are essentially the equivalent of being on a mount. The wings.
Right. You're right. Okay.
Georgi never came back.
Oh well.
There he is.
Yeah.
There you are.
Okay.
Right. Well, that happened. I'm not gonna discuss that any further. That's there. We're getting wings as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you can carry your plushies and run around with the wings. The current Unreal trial, Archifa Amphitheater, will be swapped for the Naval featuring Titan. And that was funny when they revealed it, because they had planned this like grand epic reveal of Titan being the Unreal trial. And then there's music and sound for like a second, and then it just hard cuts off. And it's just complete silence as Titan is revealed. And then there's this awkward moment afterwards where Foxconn and Yoshi-P is just like, they're like, and then they just burst out laughing because they realize, oh, this just happened live. We didn't get the grand reveal we wanted.
Say they have the same problems that we do.
Yeah, it's true. And they had a lot of audio issues during that stream as well. I think one of their microphones was just flat out dying. So that's very sad.
Oh yeah, that's right. We had to watch Yoshi-P solo Titan to 85%.
Oh my, okay, and this is where the live letter really starts getting bizarre. So remember, he had already spent like 5 minutes on a training dummy inside Grand Cosmos, and now, also we didn't mention that there's also an emote, the curse emote.
Oh, I hate that. It looks so like.
Yeah,
it's so cool. I can't wait to get it.
It's on you.
Yes. Anyways, yes. So he spent time on the dummy in the Grand Cosmos. Cut to Titan, Unreal, which is essentially Titan Extreme. He then decides, you know what? I think I'll just fight Titan until he does his face transition. Not only that, he also says at the beginning of the fight, you'll see these barriers around the arena. They will go away eventually. Why are you telling us this, Yoshi-P? This is literally the most well-known fight in the game. Everyone knows. And this is essentially just the extreme version of Titan. And now he proceeds to fight Titan. Titan does not jump until he's at like 84% HP. And he is a lone black mage fighting a tuned up Titan Extreme. Obviously, he's he can't be killed. But he keeps getting interrupted. So we're watching Yoshi-P play the Naval Extreme, essentially, for like 10 minutes before he finally jumps.
They even comment, this is taking longer than I thought it would.
I'm like, Yoshi-P, we have seen this. Yeah, that was bizarre. But here, we got Titan for Unreal. That's what they wanted originally, I think. So they want him originally for everything. They wanted him originally for Unreal. No, sorry, for Ultimate as well. It's a good fight.
It'll be watching the Shiva, and I'll be more willing to do it.
Yeah, because she was boring. I think the Naval is way better. All right, shifting oubliettes of Ligia was revealed, and he did the roulette on stream as well. It is just exactly the same as the one in the Thavnarian one.
He got 3 spins before he was kicked out.
Yeah. Not much to say about that. It is what you're used to. Much more. I think that's more fun than the other ones right now.
It's so much more fun. I wish it was just the standard. I hate the doors.
Yeah. Same. It's so repetitive. Like, I mean, the roulette is repetitive as well, but at least it's like a game. It's like a mini game. It's like a party game.
It's more exciting. There's like it's more than just a 50-50.
Yeah.
Plus, it feels bad when you're like, oh, I picked the wrong door on the 50-50. When it's more like, oh, I spun the wheel and this is what I got.
Yeah,
that's a good point because it's completely out of your hands.
And now the bizarre stuff continues after the Ligia reveal. Triple Triad pops up on screen. And we thought, oh, finally we get to see the new UI and everything.
This part I did see.
He then proceeds to just explain how to play Triple Triad. he straight up just goes through on the most basic level, like down to showing how big number kills small number. That's where we were. That's what we were doing. It's not like we were doing like really complicated. He didn't like explain the plus rule. He just did like basic explanations for like 15 minutes. I'd say it was a very long segment. Felt like. What did you say, Rolla?
One day I'll understand what the plus rule is.
Yeah. So we're not going to go through that, how to play Triple Triad. But they have made it so that you can find unregistered cards easier. They have updated the card list. Unregistered cards will be marked with a question mark with a hint on where they can be obtained, displayed as you progress through the game. So you don't have to rely on websites anymore to figure out what cards you're missing. They will just show up in the log.
It's like the Orchestrion list where it tells you where to find them.
Yes. and the Blue Mage log as well.
Yes.
Similar. They have also lifted, or they've eased the deck restrictions, but not in the way you'd hope. They have been eased where the rarity of cards affect how many can be placed in your deck. After patch 5.4, no restrictions on 1 to 3 cards. Sorry, 1 to 3 star cards. Only 1 4-star or higher card is permitted. This applies regardless of how many cards you have registered.
This is only good if you're just starting Triple Triad now. Anyone who's been doing Triple Triad for any significant period of time, this is no change whatsoever.
No. A new advanced rule. This one's good though. A new advanced rule has been added, which alters the way a Triple Triad match is played. It's called Draft, and will restrict access to their individual decks and must instead play using randomly provided cards. So it's more of a fair fight. If you haven't played Triple Triad much, for instance, and you don't have all the cards, and you're playing with a friend that does, that has all the cards, you can play Draft, and it doesn't matter. It's just based on skill at that point. They also showed a window of how that works when you play Draft. It just shows up. You have like a screen with a deck builder. And it'll show all the random cards that it has picked, and then you can pick which ones of them you want for your deck.
I think it's just a choice of 3.
Yeah, there's 3 tiers. So there's I don't remember. There's at the bottom. There's 3 4-star cards, I believe, and then you have to pick one of them. I believe that's what it was on the.
There's 4 and 5-star cards. There's 3 decks which have one of each rank, and then you just pick one. It's like the only. I think it's one of the few legitimate ways that you can have more than 1 4 or higher star card in your deck.
Yeah. They've also added open tournaments. They're held every 2 hours with rewards to offer participants. You will have 30 minutes to register at the Gold Saucer. Players are matched in groups of 8, earning as many points as possible within 3 matches. In the event that there are less than 8 players, NPC participants will fill remaining spots.
3 matches, people, is weird, because that means there's 4 people you will not play against.
Yeah, that's true. They also talked about invitational tournaments, which are formed freely between players with no rewards on offer to participants. Players can register to participate via the Duty Finder. Unlike open tournaments, players must earn as many points as possible within 3 matches. In the event there are less than 8 players, NPC participants will fill remaining slots. Up to 4 advanced rules can be set by the party leader. Perfect for player-made events where the players make the rewards themselves for the winner. And you can use Draft, and it'll be fair for everyone.
We're gonna have a speakers tournament officially.
Of course.
Sure. It's not very difficult to get together a party of 8.
Yeah.
That might be difficult.
They will also add quick matches to the Gold Saucer's Dome and Mahjong minigame. We talked about that last time.
Okay.
So you don't have to stay there for like 2 hours.
That's true. I don't know how short it'll be, though. Maybe like 20-30 minutes. I don't know. I don't know how they shorten the time in a Mahjong game.
Yeah. What does it mean by shortened? Is it just like 1 round? In which case it would be like 10 and 20 minutes?
Yeah. Don't know. They talked about Save the Queen. We've sort of talked about this. Delubrium Reginae, normal mode will include 24 and have no role requirements. Savage version will feature 48 players, and you must form parties before entering. You can enter by speaking to an NPC in Gangos, and the normal version must be cleared to complete story quests. Players cannot change jobs during this duty. A lost cache will be available at the entrance of this duty. Lost actions and gear with effects limited to Bosja, such as those obtained in the Bosjan Southern Front, can be used in this duty. Each player will receive rewards from treasure coffers. Certain actions used to revive players are restricted in the Savage version.
All right. So this is going to be the big one that's like all this in our arsenal.
Yeah. And the fact that there are certain actions used to revive players are restricted, that is what a lot of people said, that the Baldessian Arsenal, that was part of the difficulty there, is that once you died, you were dead. That it seems, I don't know if they're going down the same path here, because it doesn't outright say that revival is impossible, but kind of is implying it, actually. Certain actions used to revive players are restricted in the Savage version. Maybe re-race will work.
Yeah, you should be able to use you should be able to use lost actions, but you won't be able to use like raise.
Right. Yeah. Oh, right. That will make you use a lot. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I can see. It's all. Yeah. It's just through sacrifice. Yeah, I remember. Okay. Yes.
It's less bad for us in Bosja because we don't have to use sacrifice to raise.
All right. There will be an additional field zone added in the patch 5.5 series, so we are getting a second map for Bosja and Southern Front. Resistance weapons can be upgraded after completing all 5.45 quests. There are 2 additional steps in the upgrade process. During the second step, players can freely customize the secondary attributes, which will be a longer step than the previous ones. They showed... It doesn't say here, but they essentially said that the last step of this step, that doesn't make any sense, the last phase of this step is essentially where you can customize the stats yourself. So it's similar to the sands, I'm assuming, from Heaven's Word, where you put stats into whatever you want with an item, probably.
Let's see if this is where the grind finally steps in, or if it would be just as easy as every other step.
Considering how ridiculously easy it has been thus far, I would be very... I mean, I'm all for it, but I don't think that's going to happen with this relic. Right. Then they moved on to miscellaneous updates. Elegant tomestones of revelation will be added.
They are red and blue.
They are red and blue. So we were all wrong.
I'm so sad.
Yeah. Level sync can be enabled or disabled separately. We said that from the undersized party option. They're adding violins to performance.
Yeah, I still use perform. I hope you guys do. It's fun.
I'm kind of surprised why it took this long.
I have not touched this system in years.
It's fun. Just try it. Play a little song. Play a little ditty.
I don't even know how to play it anymore, because when I played it, it was like you had to pull all of it down on your hotbar. I think they've changed the system since then. Yeah, so that's cool for those people who do the music stuff. You can add violins now. New furnishings. They showed off some stuff. I want to talk. The house is the centerpiece here. They showed off this amazing housing skin, which is like a plant. Like it's covered in like plant life, and it's got a patio. He said it's like it's
attached to it.
Yeah, it is pushing the limits of what they can, like it was using up all their memory or whatever. It was like at the limit of what they could do with housing skin.
I'm curious what it looks like for medium and small houses.
Yeah.
They always open mansions.
That's true. I'm sure it's very. Oh God, we need that house. Like that is the one.
You need to get out of Kugane though. I won't match it. What are you gonna do?
That's true. I want to get out of Kugane, but we don't have the funds to do so.
Master of Coin isn't happy.
No.
What has
Master of Coin contributed to the coin situation?
You need to incentivize people to like
to
donate to the FC.
You're essentially the treasurer. You need to sort the funds out.
Yeah.
I don't generate the funds.
No, but you have to stimulate. You have to make sure that money comes in, Willow.
All right. Well, every member is being taxed now.
Oh.
Okay. Well, let's see how you implement this then.
This will be interesting. You need to hire some tax collectors, Rollo, and then have them harass every member like every now and then. Be like, "Excuse me, have you paid your tax? I don't see it in my book." Okay, right. Bulk advanced materia. They showed that as well. That was funny. So he had bought
another long segment.
This was very long. He had bought like 4,000 materia or whatever, 3,000. So like three or four stacks of 999 materia, because he was preparing for like the big showing of like, look how much materia I burnt I understand why he's doing it, but he was trying to show us how boring it is, or how tiresome it is to like manually meld materia when they fail. So he melts one materia, obviously 100%. Second materia is like 17%. It's like, oh, it's happening. He overmelds, and I think he does it twice, and it just attaches.
Second chance. Yeah.
And then they're like, oh. But there's like, oh. But look now, and it's like 7%. And it's like, this, wow, guys. Yeah, this is scary. Now this is scary, guys. And then he just attaches it after, was it like three times? And he's like, okay, weird. But now, guys, now it's the real scare, because that was 5. And he did like maybe 5 or
yeah, it was like 5 or 6.
Yeah, 5 or 6, and it attaches. And you can tell in his face that he's like, what? It's like, we had planned like this whole bit, and he just had streamer's luck. And then they were like, okay, fine, but that, I guess I've used all my luck now. Now let's show the system in action. So there's essentially a checkbox now where you can choose to manually, like if you want to do it manually, just don't touch the checkbox, and you can just do it one by one. If you check the box, it'll do it for you. And it's really cool, because if you have, let's say you have 999 materia, you can split off a stack, and if you have 2 stacks of the same materia, you can pick which one of the stacks you want to use, so you don't lose like all of your materia if you don't want to try all your materia. So he does it, and it is the same thing. He I think in the end he used like 100 materia to pentameld 2 pieces of gear.
Yeah.
With like 5 materia. Was wild. So there you go. It happened very quickly. There's a new animation when it does it just explodes. It's like this explosion of things that happens. All right. Hopefully, everyone will have the luck that Yoshi-P had, but probably not.
I mean, if probably loaded with materia anyway. What's the matter?
Yeah. He was also melding shit materia, to be fair, as well.
Well, he was making the best material you can meld into gear, into combat gear.
Was it grade 7? Oh, maybe it was
grade 7.
Oh, okay. I thought it was grade 6. Okay.
What people were complaining about was that he was putting grade 7 into the first slot.
Oh yeah, that's what it did. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Then at the he also mentioned the ability to link quests in chat, but who cares? Just as they're about to like wrap up and go on to announcements, he just kind of mentions that when you complete all the role quests in 5.0, there was an additional quest afterwards. Normally, there was. There's a new quest coming after that that will require completion of the Warring Triad series from Heavensward. Weird that he just kind of dropped that at the very end of the live letter. That is a very big announcement, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That deals heavily with the Void, probably, and it's obviously going to involve little boy in Unukalhai. That's exciting. So if you haven't done all your job role quests, now you have even more reason to do it. There's going to be more shit. All right. Then they moved on to announcements. They did the usual patch notes thing is happening on December 7th.
Before we move on to announcements,
yes,
they also showed off the tome gear, which was not mentioned in the summary for some reason.
Sorry, yes. Yeah. They showed off the tome gear.
Dark Souls.
Very Dark Souls. Very Dark Souls.
Soul. They were one day in the stream like, yeah, it looks like Souls something.
Yeah, he said, yeah. They did say that. It looks really cool. Very fitting considering the theme.
Isn't white. Always exciting.
That's true.
Evil. I mean, evil might made now.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, so then they said the following. An announcement showcase broadcast will be held on Friday, February 5th, 2021 at 5:30 p.m. Pacific. That's when we'll know. That is 100% the reveal of the next expansion, because there will be a 7th 14-hour broadcast the same day, though. Sorry, the 7th 14-hour broadcast will happen on the same day, and all of the audio will be in Japanese, except for when you get to the announcement thing, which overlaps. The announcement thing overlaps with the 14-hour broadcast, and it will have audio in English and Japanese. So it's so important that they are translating it as well. That is very exciting. February 5th, everyone. Check that off in your calendar. That is when we get the big reveal. Probably a trailer, or we get the teaser probably.
The first part of the trailer, like what Shadowbringers.
Yeah. That's probably what we're gonna get. A more vague one that doesn't show everything yet. Yeah.
It is technically February 6th for Europe and Asia.
Yes.
1:30 a.m. for the UK, 2:30 a.m. for Central Europe.
Yes.
Wait,
it's a
stream it.
What?
It's a normal time for you, Rollo.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
It is.
Amazing.
Finally. We will of course be covering that part. We're not covering the 14-hour broadcast. We'll be
really interesting that like would deserve coverage, but I don't see that happen.
Yeah.
Probably streaming during it anyway. So
that's true.
Well,
it'll be at the very. What day is this? Oh, Friday. Yeah, we're usually
Friday,
that's like the very end of the stream during Fridays.
I mean, we could start with just a regular Friday stream and then transition into it.
Yeah, that's what I
be home
think.
at a time.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Have to take off work.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So that's cool. Moving on, to a less exciting announcement, but there is a collaboration with Pusheen for animated stickers coming to the App Store in early December. So little cat. Yeah. Final Fantasy XIV is on sale for Black Friday, ending November 30th. So if you're watching this on YouTube, it's already over.
It's only for the US and EU as well, though.
Yeah. Lawson, we talked about this. The limited edition FFXIV Man Choco treats on sale December 15th. They've also got stickers included, and you can redeem an in-game poop corpicure.
Chocolate
poop. And last like mysterious announcement was the Final Fantasy XIV Mahjong Tournament 2020, broadcast on December 29th via Nico Nico. So it says here Yoshida and other guests will be playing real life Mahjong, but the way they explained it was so convoluted and mysterious, because they said, so we start our holidays on the 28th, and this stream will take place on the 29th. So you'll only see some old men playing Mahjong. What he was referring to was himself, I guess.
And other people.
But it made it to me, it was like, oh, because they left for the holidays. So there's just going to be some random old men playing Mahjong. But it is Yoshida and other guests playing real life Mahjong. They will announce further details on the lodestone. That's the live letter, everyone. We did it.
Wow, and we're only 50 minutes over.
Yes.
XL episode, isn't it?
Yeah, this became an XL episode. Fantastic. I don't think we have. This is going to be a hard This is going to be. We have questions from the syndicate.
Well, I think we should just end the show and then have a protracted post show.
Okay. What does that mean? What did you say?
Shortened.
Oh, it's shortened. Orion J. Right. All right, let's end the show here, and then we'll have a very, very short post show. We'll be back. Thanks for watching. Jesus. Thanks for watching this episode of Speakers of Eidolon. We'll be back next week, same time, same place. Remember to follow on Twitter at SpeakersXIV, twitch.tv/SpeakersOfEidolon, youtube.com/SpeakersXIV, exclamation Discord in chat if you want to join our Discord server. If you're watching on demand, link is in the description. Remember to send us mogmail, speakersxiv.com/mogmail. SoH is out. And so is my
survey.
Complete our survey.
Love to hear what you want to see on stream, even if you don't watch them. What would get you to watch them?
If you're watching on demand, link to that is in the description. There's also a command census.
Exclamation survey.
Survey. Exclamation survey. All right, we'll see you in the post show. Goodbye.